Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. Something a bit different today here on LovelyGirlieBits. We're not going to be talking about beauty. We're going to be talking about blogging and videos and tech and equipment and cameras and all the good stuff that I love so much. Because over on Instagram I'm asked pretty much on a weekly basis about my camera and what setup I use and what lighting I have. And I could talk about that for ages, and so I figured if I had a video explaining everything that I use, everything linked below in the description box, that it would help people and I could send people directly there. I'm going to do a little mini series here on YouTube. So today we're going to talk about the tech and the equipment, and then we're going to talk about props. And in another video I'm going to talk about the whole process, how my mind works. So today we're going to talk about equipment. Now, I am not a professional at all. I barely know how my camera works. I've only started to use the manual settings recently. So what I will say to you is, I'm going to tell you about the cameras that I use, and then I want you to go and research, because what I use the cameras for might not be what you use your cameras for. So when I first started blogging back in 2010, I just had a little potato of a camera. It was one of those point and shoot, I think it was a Canon Lumix or XCSOURCE or something. So I'm going to pretend that my phone is a camera. So what I would do is, I didn't have a flip out screen or anything like that. I'd have to hold it up close to my eyes, click it, and then look at the back to see what the photo was like. It was ridiculous, but you know what? I made it work and it was great. And then I was in New York, maybe 2012, 13, and I went to that B&H, I think it's called B&H. It's like a big photo, video, that kind of shop. Oh, it's an amazing shop. Whenever we go to New York, I'm like, oh, can we just go and have a little look? And they have sections for everything, for bags to put your equipment in, and tripods and cameras and lenses and everything, and I was just in my happy place. So when I was there years ago, I got the Canon, it's called the RebelT3i over there. I think it's the 600D here. I'm not 100%, and I don't think that they make it anymore. It's that kind of old. But it is a DSLR. Now I don't have it to show you at the moment. I gave it to one of my friends, but I loved it now, and it was kind of like a big chunky camera, and it had a flip out screen, which is really important to me because I wanted to make sure if I was filming or taking photos that I could see myself, that I knew if I was in focus, that my angles were okay. Yeah, I know that is it the 80D or the 800D? One of the new ones that's out now doesn't have one of those, and I would need that. That would be a reason for me not to buy it. I just need to be able to see myself when the camera is facing me, because there'd be nothing worse than sitting talking to a camera for ages and then it not have turned on or turned off. I'd be raging. So back to the camera that I'm on at the moment. So I use the Olympus E-PL7. They don't make that anymore as far as I know. You might be able to get the odd one here and there, but this is what it looks like. I was like, Joanne, can I have a lens of your camera? And she's like, yeah. So I have the silver version and this is a black version. So this is the Olympus E-PL7. The E-PL8 look pretty much the exact same. Now my friend Chloe, she got the E-PL8 before Christmas. She got a deadly deal. I think she got it down from $649 down to $399, I think, and yeah, fab. So if you're wondering the difference between the E-PL7 and E-PL8, I don't know. So if you're going to Google and you search Olympus Pen E-PL7 versus Olympus Pen E-PL8, there's this website, I think it's called Camera Exchange. I can't remember, but it's one of the first ones and it's brilliant. That's what I used to figure out to buy this camera, because I was like, will I get the EOS M from Canon or will I get the Olympus E-PL7? And so it kind of goes through the pros and cons of each one. It kind of compares. It's versus, it's amazing, it's brilliant. I'll leave it linked below. So this is the E-PL7. I'm so awkward, I'm just as I said, I have the white one, not the silver one. I have the white one. It's the total blogger cliche. So why I liked this was because it has the flip down screen. Now that has its pros and cons. I'll talk to you about that in a second. So it flips down like that. So that's what I'm looking at the moment on my camera. I'm like this, and I can look down and see myself to make sure it's still recording. I'm at 8 minutes 59, and yeah, see that I'm in frame, see that I'm in focus. This feature makes it brilliant as well for flat lays. So if your gorgeous flat lay is on your desk below, you're holding your camera like that, and usually in the past you kind of have to make sure you could see the top. Not so with this. You flip this up like that, and so you could be taking your flat lay looking like this, so you can kind of move it around. It just makes life so much easier. The downside to having the flip down screen is that it doesn't sit on tripods properly. I'll show you now. So that's the camera sat on top of my tripod, and with the Canon the flip out screen was really handy, so you could kind of see yourself on the side. But with this, when you flip the screen down, you can't see yourself. The tripod head thingy gets in the way. Pain in the hoop, what can you do? But I'll show you, I'll do a close-up. I have this little, I don't know what it's called. It's like an attachment anyway, that sits across the top of the tripod, and so the camera sits out here so that you can flip the screen down. Now there are cameras out there that have flip up screens, but I've watched people's vlogs where they're using cameras like that and you can see them looking up. So right here, I'm looking at the screen and then I can look down at myself and I still look like I'm looking at the screen-ish. But if I was to look up, it's just more obvious. So if I was talking to myself, because you see that, you see people doing that on phones as well. They're kind of looking at themselves in the camera going la 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 la, and it looks like they're looking at themselves. Right now I'm looking at myself and I kind of glance down. I don't know, just, it's easier for me, I think. So this camera oh my god, she has like the lens cap and everything on. Wow. The camera comes with the kit lens, so that zooms in and zooms out. It's really versatile, it's great. I use that for filming mostly. And then for my photos, I use this lens. This is my Scaldi one, this is Joanne's one with the cap thing and then the lens cap thing. This is the 45mm lens, and this is the lens for me that makes the magic happen. So you buy that separately. This is the lens that gives the blur in the background. It's a prime lens, so it doesn't zoom in or zoom out, so you have to physically move in and move out. You could twist this yoki bob, I don't know what the word is, you can twist that thing around. Don't know what it's called. No, to focus properly. Yeah, this is a lens that I use for pretty much most of my photos. I just love the whole depth of field thing. Now you can get that with the kit lens as well, but there's just something about this. I think it lets more light in. Now I don't know what f-stop is, I don't know what ISO is. Like it just does not stick in my head. Up until recently, most of my photos were taken with the auto settings. And then it was only, like, I'm trying to make myself learn more about the f-stop and ISO and the shutter speed and all that. And it's just a matter of playing around and kind of getting stuck in. You'll see that in the video where I'm talking about my thought process and how I go about taking photos as to how I use the camera. But I just want to tell you what I have right now. The camera itself comes with this Scaldi looking touristy strap thing. It's like one of those really thick canvas things and it's disgusting. So I have this brown one. It's kind of like a vintage and it's really thin. And Joanne has this black one. And you can change the length of it as well. And what I like about it is it doesn't, I don't know, it's not really clunky and chunky. And you can wear your camera like short, kind of close up, or as a crossbody, which is what I like to do because then you don't have to kind of worry about it. You can wear it around your neck if you want as well. It's like a lightweight camera. It's great for travelation station. Over the last year I've had a few brands asking me about advice on cameras and I always give them like this really detailed thing. It's like my favourite email to write. I'm like, well, one of the main things that I would say to everybody if you're into like your photos and your YouTube and filming and all that is to get yourself a second battery. This is the charger thing that comes with the camera, like so. And then on Amazon I get myself an extra battery. I have one for the Canon as well. I'm filming with the battery in the camera obviously, so it just means having that second one is that if that one goes dead that I can switcheroo out. I don't have to wait for it to charge because like I lose my mojo then. Like one thing that I said I would do when I got the second battery is whenever I take it out of the camera it goes directly back into the charger so that I always have a fully charged battery. Another necessity for me anyway is having a remote control. So for the Canon one I have a little wireless remote which was the best thing ever in life. So if I was taking my photos I could just keep holding it down, pressing, doing all my angles and everything, and it's the same with this. I was looking online for a wireless one and I was like, no, you know what, this one's grand, it does the job. And so this plugs into the side of the camera and that is my little shutter. So whenever I'm taking photos of makeup on my face I like to take all the angles. So I'll go click, click, click. I don't have to keep pressing the screen because the screen that flips down, you can take your photos by pressing the screen if you want. You can turn that option off as well. That just, like in every photo I look like I was like this. Whereas here, with my little doodah, I go blink, 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 blink. Yeah, that was cheap on Amazon as well, and I think the Canon one, I either got on Amazon or Argos, it was about €20. Best thing. Ta-pa. And also I like to have lots of memory cards. I only have 2 at the moment, the one that I'm filming on and then this one. I had about 6, I swear to God, and that's why I buy more because I keep losing them. I always get the SanDisk memory cards, they're my favourite, they're the ones that I know and that I trust. But yeah, I usually have a few different cards I must actually stock up. I usually get them from either Argos or Amazon, wherever they're cheaper. Because when you go into the camera shops, they do be dear like, do you know? But it's nice to have, as I said, a couple of ones just in case. Now in terms of tripods, I got 2. I would love to have another one. I'll tell you about that in a second. So this is my main tripod. It's massive, but it goes down to like that size. Like you can shove the legs up the jacksie of it. and it has like the little handle. It's just a standard one. I either got it on Amazon or Argos, and it moves up and down depending on where you want it to be. I feel real professional when I use this, and it has a little spirit level thing if you want. My dream for this year, I sound so sad, but it really is, like, you've no idea, I've been looking this up for ages, is to either invest in a new tripod. Now, this one's sturdy, like, it hasn't done me wrong at all. It's great, and it's still lightweight as well. Yeah, my dream is to either get a new tripod or to get an attachment that sits on the top, like so. So let's say this is the tripod sitting up. If I had an attachment like this that I could attach my camera to, like so like there'd be the thing, that I could do flat lays. Like, rather than me kind of holding the camera over going, I just have my little remote and I'd be like, pew, pew, pew. Yeah, so there are like little attachments that you can get. I just need to like do proper research, like sit down and kind of go, this is what I want. And then we have the final tripod. I'll do a little cutaway here as well. So I just got a little desk one. It's, what's it called? Velbon EX Mini. And it's just for my desk, and it's the perfect height. You can bring it up and down, and it has the ability to allow that attachment so I can see what I'm doing. And I love it. It's really handy, really lightweight. You can hold it if you want, like close, if you wanted to do your panoramic shots. It's a really handy little thing to have, and it doesn't take up much space. Like the legs don't go, it just goes like. The final piece of equipment that I'm always asked about, that's second to asking about the camera, is the lighting. Now, usually when it comes to late spring, summer, early autumn, I try to do as much as I can in daylight. Not today. I did start filming this video sitting in my corner, that's what I do, my back there, and I face the window, especially when I do makeup videos, because I feel like if I was to film with my lighting here, the products can look a little bit washed out. I'm sure it looks different here than if I was like filming face on. I'll show you later. But the sun keeps going in and out, so I was like, I'll actually lose the will to live if I try to film this video there, because the lighting will keep changing. So about, I think it's about 3 years ago now, I invested in a ring light. I know, I say pretty much everybody has them now. I used to have soft boxes, but my office is like tiny, and I didn't have enough room, because right now I'm sitting at my desk and there's the back of the office, like there's that much space there. So yeah, there just wasn't enough space. They're cheap though, you can get them on eBay. So I said to myself, right, you know what, I'm going to get myself a ring light. So I did loads of research. So I went onto YouTube and I was like searching people's kind of setups there. I was reading blog posts and everything, so I finally decided on the Neewer ring light. So I got the ring light on Amazon, and if memory serves correct, I don't think it came with a stand, so just double check just in case. Maybe they do now, but mine didn't, and I think the stand was only about 11-12 euro or a pound at the time. But right now I have it on one of those little ledges from IKEA, because I just wanted to have it set up all the time. I don't have to keep bringing the lighting down, like packing it away, putting it up, because I don't know, we're just effort to life, like, and my office is always messy. So at least if it's out of the way there, I can set up whenever I want to, like have the chats and do my bits, because I use the ring light as well when I'm doing Insta stories if I want to look very nice, like. So with the ring light, it has a dimmable switch, so you can have it brighter, darker. I'll show you after what the room looks like without the ring light on, because I don't want to like mess it up and then change my lighting for my whole thing, you know. So right now I'm filming during the day, so I have the ring light on and I have the blinds here open to kind of to light the background, because otherwise if I had them closed it'd just be dark and the background would just look scuttery. Now, even though it does look messy with all the clutter, it's fine. But then, was it last year? I don't know, over a year ago anyway, I was looking online again to kind of upgrade my lighting. I was like, what will I get? And I ended up getting these panel lights, and I'm going to show you them because I don't have it on. Stand by. These are my little panel lights. I have 2 of them, but I only have 1 out at the moment. And what I like to do is, if it's dark at night and I only have the light above me for brightness, I'll put the ring light on, which gives some light, and then I put this on as well, which gives extra light. This is from Neewer, and I got 2 of them in a pack for, I can't remember, I'll leave the link below. You can buy packs of 2, 3 and 4, I think. And this this tilts as well, so sometimes if I'm doing flat lays I can hold it over. But what I mainly do is, these did, as I don't know if I said already, these did come with stands, but a lot of the time, so it's plugged in at the back, I just unplugged it so I could like move it around, and I'll hold this and I'll be like holding it and moving it as I'm taking photos like a weirdo. So yeah, I'll be going pew pew, changing the different lighting to see what shadows I can create, what sparkles I can create. So this part you can slide off, but I don't know why you'd want to. Like this. And inside you can see that there are all the little LED lights. Can you see? Yeah. When you switch this on, there's a layer of yellow toned, cool toned, yellow toned, cool toned. On the back here there are two dimmer switches, so the bottom one makes the whole thing lighter and brighter. I'll plug it in a second. Lighter or brighter, and then the top one makes the light that's being emitted either more yellow toned, more cool toned, or more daylight one. There's a bit more flexibility with this because with the ring light, yeah, it gives daylight, but it only goes brighter or darker, whereas this one you can kind of change the feel of the light coming out of it, if that makes sense. You can buy separate batteries, see there, if you wanted to be able to have it be mobile. But no, I just have it like on my little shelf here beside the ring light. Now sometimes, if I'm feeling very extra, I'll have the two lights on there. So I'll have the ring light, one of the panels, and then I'll put one of the panels beside me here that will be out of shot, facing the background to kind of help lighten that if I don't have any kind of lights or twinkles in the background, because sometimes I can look really bright, the background can look really dark, and that just looks weird. And that's the tech. That's the tech that helps me do my bits, and that keeps me happy and keeps me wanting to like upskill and learn more and learn how to do things. I just love it. I love this part of the whole process, the whole photos and videos and everything. So yeah, I hope that helped you. I'm going to leave everything, as I said, linked below. If you have any questions, let me know and I'll do my best to help you out. Before I go, I just wanted to show you the difference in the lighting setup. So right now I have my window open, it's kind of grey outside, and the ring light is on. Okay, now I'm going to turn the ring light off. I know, that's terrible, like. And then if I was to film this, I'm going to take it off the desk. Ooh. Wait. That's what it would look like then if I was filming in daylight. That would have been perfect, but the sun kept going in and out. So that's why I like to do makeup videos in front of the window, because see, you can like see everything on my face, whereas with the light, the ring light can wash everything out and make it look too perfect, and that's not real life when it comes to makeup. But that's a whole nother video. Yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. Okay, bye. Okay, bye.